Hey, what's up guys? It's Jack Miance here with another Watermill speed build video for my YouTube series. So today we'll be working on like the gardening and getting the details, or the overall layout of the garden. So for this I wanted to put some circles down, so I use like this little mud column trick that I do to get like these target looking shapes out, and then I'll put 3 of these down and later kind of like cut out pieces and make it into like a maze so people can kind of explore and get lost in this little maze. I think I got one more video of the Watermill speed building, and then I will be releasing new videos about with the collaboration that me and Abitfat are doing on Twitch. I will leave a link of his channel in the description. So I'll be releasing kind of like an entrance, which is a remake of the Woodland Zoo in the Seattle, Washington. And here I'm just kind of cleaning up the path, trying to make sure the mulch doesn't go over the path, so people can just walk directly into the Watermill, which has the shops. And there's a lot of like terrain work that goes into trying to make this look pretty decent next to the path, because the terrain does come out a little bit rough. Just deleting more mulch and leveling this out so I can put more flowers and plants over there later. And now I start kind of deleting and making the maze portion of the mulch path. And then those center pieces of the mud column, where the mud columns are located, I will be putting in like flower sculptures that I made. I think they turn out really nice. See, I really like deleting making the whole circles and then deleting the portions of which so they can intersect. I think it was a really good design choice. Kind of made building this maze a little easier than I thought it would be. Kind of reminds me of those mazes you would see in the newspaper. Just doing some little adjustments here, making sure these come together with the path and each other well. And now I start placing down flowers. It took me a long time to figure out what flowers I want to use, but I really like the dark greens and the purples that this flower has. So for placing the flowers for this, I wanted to have sections of flowers. Where the mulch intersects is generally where you'll see a change in where the flowers occur. So I would place yeah, this is going to be a lot of flower placing. For this, I just grab them, maybe raise them a little bit or lower them a little bit, and then definitely like rotate them around so they look a little bit more organic throughout the garden. And then I want to combine this mulch section because there's not a lot of space in between the two. And then I choose these white and very dark green flowers. They have a little bit of a different shine than the other ones, which just kind of pick the light up. They don't really reflect it. So then I start filling in the gaps, just trying to make it look really full and very lush with flowers. Yeah, these ones were like a triangle, so I just trying to like interlock them, and they turned out pretty well, I think. A little bit more terrain work, trying to fix these portions that are really sharp and edgy, and leveling the terrain out. Yep, I have these other flowers in here, but I didn't really like how they matched the other leaves on the flowers. They didn't quite fit in well, so I delete that portion and replace them with these other they're very leafy greens with a lot of leaves on them, so I think they add a lot of variety to the garden and make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, here the flower or the leaves I was talking about. I really like these ones because they have a lot of different brights and darknesses and like different cuts in them, and they really fill out the space very nicely. Yeah, I did a lot of gardening for this episode, so I think I added a little bit of the art towards the end, where I actually designed the flower that goes in the center of these circles, and that came out really nice, I'd say. Yeah, I really love how these leaves turned out. And at the end of this video, there's a little excerpt from my stream, so if you haven't been watching my stream, you can see what you've been missing out on. The laughs we've been having. So for this portion, I put a little divot in the ground, and then I put like the little waterfall bottom in here to kind of give it like a little puddle to go underneath the sculpture. I think that came out pretty neat. And then here I just take some curved pieces of wood, and I rotate them into like a little petal, and then I rotate that around. I copy and rotate that around probably like 3 or 4 times. To give it kind of like a little flower look, and then I put like a little bulb on the top of it to just give it some unique coloration, and then these are all completely you can change the color.
Alright, I'll give you the Australian outback. Alright, wherever here we got the flamingos, mate. They all just like hanging out here doing flamingo things under the umbrella. It's awfully hot though, so all the guests are sweating their britches. And over here we got where the flamingos like to sleep and cuddle up, you know. I think I'm gonna name this one Megan. My love. Perfect.